What is up, guys? Welcome to the Gamer Frequency. We are revisiting The Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered, like a lot of Gen Xers are out there. Okay, I mean, we all wanted to come back to this game, relive its glory in the new Unreal 5 engine. Now, I will say, it's not perfect, but it's pretty impressive looking. The lighting in certain dynamic situations. The controls on the third person aspect is way better than the original title. Again, this is one of the best games ever created. I know that good old Todd Howard there is not known for making perfect Bethesda games. They usually all have some kind of bugs. They still kind of have bugs, but they are masterpieces in their own right. Skyrim, Oblivion, I'm sure Morrowind, if you've ever played Morrowind. So I've set up a character, a wood elf is the character, and I placed him as a steed from his birthright as a steed. Gives him 20% more boost. And he's under the sign of the acrobat. So I tried to tailor and customize this character as much as I could to see if would this be Link from Legend of Zelda from another quantum universe. He somehow made it into the Elder Scrolls world and showed up in a much more mature survival situation. I don't know. But I wanted to use Link in Oblivion. So at the start of the game, I didn't have any clothes that portrayed Link from Legend of Zelda. I needed to find like a green outfit. So I knew I had to look for the green Bosmer. It's like a wood elf outfit that just happens to look a lot like the Link outfit from the Link costume from Legend of Zelda. So this is what he ended up looking. Pretty close. The long sleeves does take away a little bit from normally, I think Link has white long sleeves, but it's pretty close. I'm on the search for a hat, one of those elf hats that he uses in Legend of Zelda. I don't even know if there are in this game. I don't recall seeing them last time I played Oblivion, which was years ago. But you can see the AI here is struggling to get to me because there's no parkour element. That would be cool if they added parkour to the Elder Scrolls games. I think Skyrim, the guys climb up and jump up and stuff like that. So with the acrobat birth sign, I'm able to jump higher, jump further, using way less endurance. I'm able to run longer, run faster, walk faster. So I had to get the customization as close as I could to what Link would feel like in a mature Legend of Zelda game. Will he still have his speed, his agility? Of course he would. He's Link. But he is an elf. We know this because of his ears from all the series and stuff. A Hyrulean elf or whatever. And, what more beautiful land to have than Cyrodiil from Oblivion. So I just used the spell Beast Tongue right there on the imp. So he becomes mine. He becomes my ally. Very similar to BioShock, the magic from BioShock when you can control the enemies to fight for you and stuff. But I think Oblivion started the whole thing to begin with that type of spell. I love that spell because you never know when there's going to be two creatures in front of you. You can control one of them to take down the bigger beast. So it says Link's imp right there.
get this over with.
So after reaching a certain status level with your acrobat level up system, Link, Link in this game he has the dash similar to what Link would actually have in a Legend of Zelda game. So that's why I chose these customizations, because the abilities you end up unlocking from Acrobat, like I think there's a forward flip in the air later on. You know, very similar agility to what a Legend of Zelda game would feel like if Link were in Elder Scrolls.
This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death.
Now I'm battling the enemy in basically just clothing, not even real light armor. Light armor for an elf or a wood elf or a dark elf would be like glass armor. You'll see, like the armor that these guys are wearing, that's heavy armor. It's going to be a little too heavy for a little elf character. So elves need light armor. I'm just keeping these clothes on just for the sake of looking like Link. Obviously, I think I got the hair right, but yeah, I'm risking making the game harder. Actually, I just burned myself like a moron. Just to be able to move faster, be more agile, and to look like Link. Now, Link doesn't normally use magic. He might use spells in certain games like that, but this is Elder Scrolls. Link, I guess, would have acquired some kind of ability to learn magic. That's the beauty of customizing Elder Scrolls the way you want. Hits from the bow and arrow in this game never gets old. It's watching the splash like that, the effect, the way they drop. Probably the best bow and arrows I've seen in a game, for most games. Just the physics behind it, the impact of the arrow. Swords are good too. You feel the strikes of the swords, but I think the original game, you felt more of the metallic contact for some reason. In the remaster, the striking from the blades feel kind of light. You'll see what I mean when you play it. Going into an Oblivion gate here. So, not to criticize, but this is what I'm talking about. Listen to the sound effects. It's like, what am I swinging? A broom? And then I don't even hear any metal contact from the blade. I want to hear it hitting, the flesh or the character, the meat. And the blade just, I don't know, it's not that stimulating. It's a big claymore blade. You should hear some heavy contact from I hope they patch that up. I think I end up switching to the arrows here because I realize, okay, my wood elf, his specialty is more of a marksman. They're the best marksman in Cyrodiil, not to be all geeky, but it's the truth. I'm about to run into one of these enemy lords here. He's all like glitched out, stuck to the pillar there, so I take a couple of cheap shots. Then little do I realize the first sword strike he gives me, it silences me on everything. It silences me on my health, my strength, my movement, and this is why I'm moving so slow. And that's what that little rotating thing that looks like a little fairy around me is. So I'm healing and taking my shots at the same time while I can barely move. Luckily, I had enough sustained mana there to keep me regenerating my health as I take these shots, but I still take them down to close out the gate. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Drop a like, leave some comments if you enjoyed watching some of this gameplay from Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered. I'll probably be playing more of this and less of Marvel Rivals, or a little bit of both, but yeah, let me know if you enjoyed the video. Be well, guys.